just watched the Wade Whipple show. I don't know if I'm liking the new redesign, but what do y'all think? If you've seen my Percy Jackson and or What If Episode 2 videos, you'll know I have a tendency to make videos on things that offend me. The Knuckles show is no exception. Everything about the marketing is Knuckles, 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 but then you watch the show, and he has like a third of the screen time as his co-star, Wade, and it highlights a deeper issue with big entertainment companies as a whole. You probably have a general idea of what I'm talking about, but I haven't heard a lot of people bring up one key thing. I'll get into it after talking about Knuckles. Let's go. Knuckles is written really badly, make no mistake. The dialogue, plot, and comedy is a marked step down from the movies, which are great, by the way, but let's be real. The first 3 episodes of Knuckles are adorable, especially episode 3. No, Daz Reviews, 3 is not the worst. As soon as Wade and his awful sister get out of the shot, it is the cutest thing this show has to offer. My boyfriend told me he'd never heard me say aw so much in such a short span of time before. Oh no, am I the demographic Disney was trying to pander to with turning Starboy into a marketing gimmick? It's episodes 4, 5, and 6 that slowly soured my experience from forgiving the writing because it was cute to groaning at the prospect of watching another episode. I've heard some say 4 is actually kind of neat. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but why? The next 2 episodes maybe have 10 minutes tops of Knuckles screen time. The story they were trying to tell was not about Knuckles, or even Sonic related. It's a coming-of-age story about a regular guy confronting his long-lost father at a bowling tournament, guest starring a Little Red Echidna. Budget-conscious maybe, but honest? Yeah, no. It's simple. No one would watch a Wade Whipple show, but everyone was hyped for Knuckles. You couldn't market a candy bar by saying it would make you fly. Why can you say a show is about Knuckles to convince people to watch it when you have no intention of showing Knuckles for most of it? It's because these studios are scared of you. The fan service, the sequel remake-centered content, the inclusion or lack thereof of social and political topics of our modern day, it's all done because these movies are less for creativity and more for, well, money. Pixar recently gave an interview saying that they wanted to steer further away from more original, personal stories and go to sequels and remakes with themes for a higher common denominator. Inside Out 2 was more or less the studio's last chance to prove itself, and may I say, the movie was fantastic, but it's bittersweet with what it means for the company. These studios are running out of money. 2020 wiped out the theater aspect for a long time. The streaming wars was a bubble just waiting to explode in everyone's faces, and the political landscape as a whole has made people against certain topics steamroll content with it included, while the people who are for those ideas and topics don't always come out to support what they're standing for. Everyone on the internet will say loudly and often that original content is what people want, and that they're sick of the remakes and sequels. But let's be honest, the corporations are getting these numbers from somewhere. Sequels and remakes will always do better than original IP, because to get people to watch something original, there's an extra step involved. The viewer has to be personally invested in the story concept itself. But movies and shows that are tied to things people already know, they'll watch that because they like the IP, and the story is secondary. Now, I want original things too, but the writing is on the wall. These companies have thrown all their money down a hole, and they legitimately can't afford to take this chance anymore. And no, that's not anyone's fault but their own. And now we're paying the price for it. They're scared of putting out a Wade Whipple show, so they call it Knuckles. They were burned by Elemental, so they're running the sequels. They're scared of you not choosing to watch their movies, so they will do anything they can to get you into those seats, even if those seats are in a theater playing Toy Story 500. What can you do? I really don't think there's anything anyone can do anymore. For studios to be able to afford original content, we have to support them. But to support them now would only reinforce the idea that originality is dead. Boycotting the sequels and remakes will send the message that no one wants these movies anymore, but then the money problem has still not been fixed. Indie animation is the future, and it's the best thing the entertainment has seen in a long time. But does this mean that mainstream animated movies will eventually die out? Will everyone just run to live action? I don't have all the answers. No one has all the answers. Every solution is a unique mix of positives with drawbacks. I mean, I certainly haven't helped any by watching the entire Wade Whipple show starring Knuckles, but at least I got a video out of it so I could just claim it was for my job or something. Well, okay, job is overstating it. More of a hobby. But anyway. It may not be a long video, but let's just call it a spontaneous tide over until my next project. I'll give you a hint. It's something that I've promised in one of my earlier videos, and I have no idea when it's coming out, so don't ask. Thanks for watching.